Good morning. How's everybody doing? Just a housekeeping before we get started. If you have your cell phone with you, if you would silence your cell phone for us, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I'd like to welcome you to Southern College of Optometry's annual Convocation program. For many of you in the room this morning, this program looks and feels a little different than in years past. Today we've traded in the church pews of Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church for the ballroom of the Renasant Convention Center. Faculty in the room, you're free to sit without formal regalia on this morning, and our program has been streamlined to recognize our prestigious Alumni Award winners and also our faculty and staff award recipients. Students, you are the focal point of our mission, and we plan to set aside some time later in the fall to recognize student awards which have traditionally been recognized during this convocation program. The COVID-19 pandemic prevented us from hosting a traditional convocation program in 2020 and in 2021. Today, for the very first time since October of 2019, all of the SCO family is gathered in one place together. I think that is cause for celebration. Today, we celebrate the heritage of our great institution, and we look forward to its future. Great things are happening here at Southern College of Optometry, and this morning we assemble to celebrate the achievements of those within the SCO family. It is through these individual and collective actions that SCO has remained successful throughout its 90-year history. To talk a little bit more about this history and where we are going, I'd like to invite to the podium our president, Dr. Lewis Reich, to give our State of the College address.
Good morning, everyone. Standing room only, I love it. To our students, faculty, staff, and honored guests, thank you for being here this morning. Our annual Convocation program is a time to celebrate SCO's accomplishments. Today we recognize special achievements and we pause to reflect on the college's storied history. SCO has been one of the country's top optometry schools for the past 90 years. There are many reasons for our success. Our facilities play an important part. Technology certainly influences our ability to succeed. Our rigorous four-year program of study is a major factor. I think some of you in the audience will agree. Yet, I think our people, those of you in this room, are the main reason SCO is so successful. Although individual people have come and gone throughout the years, they all share one common attribute, and that is dedication to Southern College of Optometry. Your dedication is what builds a strong program, secures the best technology, and designs the facilities where we teach our students and treat our patients. It's all of you who create and foster the warm and friendly atmosphere that continues to set SCO apart. I think it would amaze SCO's founders 90 years ago if they could have looked far ahead from 1932 to 2022 to see what the future held in store. For one reason, SCO's first graduating class was only 6 students. SCO's third graduating class was back in 1936. By then, the class had blossomed to around 20 students. One of these students in 1936 was Dr. Ed Harrison. His son, Dr. Ed's son, in turn graduated from SCO in the 50s. His grandson graduated from SCO in the 1980s. In 2019, Dr. Harrison's great-grandson, Dr. Jed Harrison, became one of SCO's first fourth-generation legacy graduates. This was 83 years after the first Harrison graduated. Who knows, perhaps one of Jed's 2 young sons will carry on the Harrison tradition around 20 years from now. And we'll still be here. I will. As we commemorate SCO's 90th anniversary, it's worth noting that everything we accomplish was set in motion by someone who came before us. What we do today will continue to impact the SCO community many years from now. Next week, we will mark the 20th anniversary of the Eye Center's dedication on September 20th, 2002. We'll be celebrating these anniversaries during homecoming weekend next month, but there are people today whose foresight and support helped make the Eye Center a reality. Today's faculty may have started their own optometric journey many decades ago, in some cases, but their hard work has led them to teaching our students here today. The technology and treatment we provide to patients was developed through the expertise of many bright minds over many years. You, our students, began preparing for your careers by working hard to earn good grades in high school and in undergraduate programs. Really good grades. In fact, the average GPA of the class in white coats here was nearly 3.7. That kind of dedication is why SCO made it through the last few difficult COVID years. The pandemic was one of the biggest challenges SCO ever faced. Our current fourth-year students were completing their first year when the pandemic struck. Our current third year started in 2020, the year of the optometrist, when we were unable to host this kind of event. Last year was a little bit better, and now our first years are off and running. Things continue to improve. Everyone had to work extra hard and adapt to changes in your routines. I'm proud of you all. Together, we've made great progress. Patient care numbers have returned to, actually surpassed, pre-COVID numbers from just a few years ago. Our recruiting effort continues to attract top qualified students. This year, SCO offered more entering students financial assistance than at any other point in our history. This represents more than 4 out of 5 students. As I've mentioned, our GPA continues to grow, our OAT scores continue to improve. Our alumni and donors are deeply engaged with the college and recognize how their support makes SCO stronger. While we still outperform most optometry programs, we're always concentrating on improving. With faculty leading the way, we continue to add technology and stay ahead of the latest developments impacting our profession. Our college is also looking to the future at ways that we can improve our campus infrastructure. Our mission today is to prepare our students to thrive. Your professional success relies on our ability to be successful at the mission of the college. And that's why we're here, to prepare students to be the best optometrists possible. 10 years from now, a short 10 years from now, SCO will celebrate its centennial. As we look to the future, there will be no doubt students and faculty and staff who will gather for SCO's 150th anniversary. Probably nobody in this room. That's a long time. We will have succeeded if future students can look back with pride to the SCO of today. And so I close, noting that the state of the college is strong and getting stronger. Let's renew our dedication to excellence and enjoy the 2022-2023 academic year. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Southern College of Optometry, I thank you for your dedication to our mission.
You know, before I get started, something's really bothering me. These 4 poor people over here have no seats. We need 4 seats. Does anybody have a blank seat, an open seat beside them that they could sit down? You guys, find a seat while I get to my stuff here. You don't have to stand for that. All right. That's better. That's a lot better. Having to stand while they listen to me drone on about all of this stuff here. But it's important. Good morning, everybody. So, for optometry students, to be successful, there must be a commitment to academic and clinical excellence. SCO's faculty and staff play a key role in the overall success of our students. Our faculty members impart their knowledge and bring years of experience to the classroom and the clinic. This past July, Doctors Catherine Hogan, Laurel Kelly, Lily Wong were promoted to assistant professor. Doctors Christopher Borgman and Rachel Grant were promoted to associate professor, and Dr. Pamela Schnell was promoted to professor. From our veteran faculty members to newer colleagues who have recently joined our ranks, SCO's faculty stand ready to meet the challenge of teaching 21st century optometry students. Our staff members play another critical part in the college's success and are vital to fulfilling our mission. Staff members protect our campus and property. They help in recruiting the finest optometry students. They provide the resources and tools that our students use on a daily basis. Staff members secure funding for student scholarships. They work in our clinics to provide our students with an effective clinical setting. In recognition of our staff, this year we present a new award. Dr. Mike Dorkowski, faculty chair, will present the Spirit of SCO Award to 2 staff members selected by faculty vote who exemplify commitment to serving the college community. Will Dr. Dorkowski please come forward?
Thank you very much. We are fortunate to work in such a rewarding environment where we can fulfill our goals of training the nation's next best optometrists. It is also rewarding to work with colleagues, faculty, and staff in such a kind and pleasant working atmosphere. All faculty here realize that the immense work that the SCO staff does to fulfill the mission of the college are exceedingly invaluable. As such, we're pleased to recognize several of those staff members. One individual is an absolute key to ensuring that patient care in the Eye Center at Southern College of Optometry happens in an accurate and efficient manner, at least until the doctors get involved. Without her work, we would not be able to manage the workload of patient care in the Eye Center in any reasonable manner. Ms. Mona Howard ensures our patients are processed and assigned to the appropriate department and physicians, and is thoughtful about the needs of patients, students, and physicians as she leads her team in coordinating patient care in the Eye Center. It is my privilege to present the SCO Spirit Award to Ms. Mona Howard. Mona, will you please come forward? I'll hang on to the next person. Won't let him leave. There are aspects of the life at SCO that may be taken for granted until those times where they may not be completed. In the instance of this individual, I think we'd be hard-pressed to find an instance where those aspects of her work were not completed. Having facilities that are clean, stocked, and ready to go each day and help when those issues come up throughout the day are extremely important to get through our busy work days. That's why we're all fortunate to know that Ms. Caldon Handy is there to keep us ready for the day. In fact, it seems she's always there, from early in the morning to late in the evening to special events, and we are all the better for having her there. I am honored to present the Spirit of SCO Award to the person we all affectionately know as Ms. Cal. Would you please come forward to accept that?
For further proof of the commitment that can be found here at SCO, this year our faculty and staff have contributed nearly $80,000 in support of scholarships and patient care initiatives. This represents giving by nearly 80% of our faculty and staff. Together, our faculty and staff stand ready to fulfill our mission with pride and excellence as we celebrate the accomplishments of Southern College of Optometry.
Good morning, SCO. My name is Jackie Mollish, and I'm currently serving as the fourth-year Vice President. I'm speaking today on behalf of our President, Anna Britt, who is on extern. Our didactic Teacher of the Year arrived to class every day with a great attitude. With his guidance and insight from years in private practice, we learn to understand the material presented with a clinical mind. We are fortunate to have him as a member of SCO's faculty, and our class benefited from his professional connections that allowed us to learn from well-respected guest speakers throughout the semester. His personal attention in lab settings inspires us to confidently pursue optometry at the highest scope. He maintains a calm, friendly, and chill personality, as one of my classmates described. But at the same time, we know he expects a lot from us and sees the future success of optometry within each of us. His all-cap, bolded, and colorfully highlighted emails give a little bit of insight about how much enthusiasm he brings to class every day. In recognition of his dedication to educating the best possible healthcare providers and actively ensuring SCO's curriculum is forward-focused, the class of 2023 would like to recognize Dr. David Hall as our Didactic Teacher of the Year. From his time here as a resident, our Clinical Teacher of the Year has been a wealth of knowledge to the class of 2023. Now, as a staff doctor, he is known for being encouraging, innovative, and patient. His passion for teaching is one of his most admirable qualities. His style of attending fosters organic development of clinical confidence. One of my classmates described working with him as a fresh perspective. He is a steadfast advocate for patients, especially those with brain injury. This doctor demonstrates that when you truly listen to a patient's concern and offer them your best, you can change a patient's life. Additionally, this young faculty member has been a major contributing force in the collaborative creation of the VT Index. What I'm sure is a labor of love, the VT Index is awesome. This new, easy-to-use, and beautifully organized resource has made an overwhelmingly positive impact on our experience within the vision therapy clinic, but also provides easy homework guides for our patients and parents. I imagine it will continue to grow and be a great resource for many years to come. In honor of his efforts and impacts on the class of 2023, we would like to recognize Dr. Patrick Fidler as our Clinical Teacher of the Year.
Good morning. I am Paige Willett. I am the class president for the class of 2024, and I'm really excited to present our Teacher of the Year awards this morning. The first person that we're presenting an award to is always joyful. I don't think I've ever seen her walking around without a smile on her face. She's very encouraging when you're struggling with something in lab. She always makes you feel uplifted in her approach to helping correct you with whatever skill you're struggling with. And she's always very approachable with any problem that you have, question, or if you just need to vent to her about anything. She's always been there for us. So I'm very excited to present our Clinical Teacher of the Year award to Dr. Sanderson. The next person that we would like to recognize is someone who loves movies even more than we loved all of our classes with him. He keeps it real and always brings what he's teaching back to how we can apply it as clinicians and how it's going to be relevant in our day-to-day practice. He takes extremely difficult material and makes it very easy to understand. He's also on a well-deserved winning streak for this award, so I'm happy to present our Didactic Teacher of the Year award to Dr. Inzer.
Good morning, students, faculty, and staff. Again, thank you for being here. My name is Kyle Garner. I'm the class of 2025 class president. I will first start by announcing our clinical instructor of the year. Our instructor of the year we chose was our Theory and Methods Lab 2, or Theory and Methods 2 lead lab instructor. And one thing we wanted to say about Dr. Kelly is she was so approachable and really helped us build confidence in lab. So again, join me in congratulating Dr. Kelly on our clinical instructor of the year. Next, for our Didactic Teacher of the Year. This teacher was our Optics 1 and Optics 2 professor for the fall and the spring semesters. One student said, "I love the way Dr. Jackson had his class organized and thought he did a great job at making a difficult topic extremely understandable and enjoyable." Another thing our class loved about Dr. Jackson, he was always work in a random fact about Harry Potter into his lectures, so that always kept it interesting. So join me in congratulating our Didactic Teacher of the Year, Dr. John Mark Jackson.
Good morning, SCO. My name is Addie Atkinson, and I serve as the current president of SCO's chapter of Beta Sigma Kappa, an international optometric honor society. Each year, our chapter votes on 2 professors who go above and beyond to promote scientific achievement and academic excellence in accordance to the BSK mission statement. Today, I have the privilege of announcing one didactic and one clinical professor of the year on behalf of this group of academically achieving students. Nominated for his humble, passionate, and invested approach with interns in the clinic, this professor makes a positive impact on learning and continues to push the vision of optometry and the future of our profession forward. As one student stated, his expectations are made clear and he navigates providing feedback to enhance learning flawlessly. Though he is brilliant, he is always approachable and happy to help interns gain knowledge. Congratulations to BSK's Clinical Professor of the Year, Dr. David Hall. The next professor pushes students toward excellence in both the classroom and the clinic. It is no secret her passion and extensive knowledge in her field. She exhibits consistent enthusiasm about material taught within the classroom and, quote, makes it fun to attend class. She is approachable, kind, and takes extra steps to facilitate our learning. Her expertise and excitement for optometry inspires us all to grow our knowledge beyond a textbook. Congratulations to BSK's Didactic Professor of the Year, Dr. Pam Schnell. Congratulations to Dr. Hall and Dr. Schnell, and thank you for what you mean to the SCO community.
Through the generosity of Doctors Charlene and the late Fred Burnett, SCO is proud to award the 2022 Outstanding Faculty Award. The recipient of this prestigious award was selected by fellow members of the faculty to recognize his dedication to teaching, scholarship, and service to the profession of optometry. Dr. Mike Dorkowski, will you please come forward? Dr. Dorkowski serves as instructor of record in the glaucoma, integrative analysis, and ophthalmic surgical procedures courses, and as a lab instructor in anterior segment disease and ophthalmic surgical procedures. He is also the coordinator for the nursing home and assisted living program. And of course, he serves as an instructor in our on and off campus clinical facilities as well. Dr. Dorkowski is currently serving his second term as the faculty's elected leader. In this role of faculty chair, he effectively represents the faculty's interests and concerns to the college administration and board of trustees. Even with these significant achievements in his career, Dr. Dorkowski remains a quiet, modest professional who is respected by all who work with him. Dr. Dorkowski, it is my pleasure to present you with the Burnett Outstanding Faculty Award of 2022.
It's completely coincidental that he's up here on stage because he is faculty chair. We didn't pick him because it's a short walk. I didn't have anything to do with it. I love giving these awards. It's fun, right? We're having a good time. We recognize people. I love being able to do this. I am now very pleased to be able to present Southern College of Optometry's Young Alumni Award. This award is presented to a deserving alumnus who has graduated within the last 10 years. The recipients of this award are committed to service, leadership, and support of the college's mission. This year's recipient is Dr. Erick Henderson, a member of our class of 2017. Dr. Henderson attended SCO following his graduation from Illinois Wesleyan University. While a student here at SCO, Dr. Henderson was a very active student leader. He even served at the national level during his full year of service as president, national president of the American Optometric Student Association. After graduation, Dr. Henderson has continued his involvement at the national level. He became the chair of the American Optometric Association's nominating committee. His responsibilities included interviewing and making recommendations for board elections in the AOA House of Delegates. At the state level, he has served on the Western Pennsylvania Optometric Society Board of Directors in multiple capacities, including as president. Last year, he was installed as a member of the Pennsylvania Optometric Association's Board of Directors. As part of his state's clinical education and meeting committee, he developed and implemented a student-focused campaign to engage current optometry students and increase their participation in the organization during school and after graduation. Dr. Henderson is a lecturer and consultant for Alcon and part of the educational consultant team with Valley Contacts. He also serves on the board of a nonprofit operating a free healthcare clinic in Kenya. He and his wife, Dr. Erin Kime, also a 2017 graduate of SCO, live in Pittsburgh with their daughter Maeve, who will turn 1 next month. And she's really cute. In recognition of his service, leadership, and support of Southern College of Optometry, I am pleased to present our Young Alumni Award to Dr. Erick Henderson, class of 2017.
How's it going? You guys excited? Right? 3 weeks in? All right, you haven't had to take a test yet. That's why you guys all look so happy, I think. So, but thank you for this recognition, this honor. Thank you to my mentors and all the optometrists in the room that are here that have helped pave the way for optometrists like the soon-to-be ones sitting in front of us all throughout the room. SCO means so much to me, and my time here transformed who I am as an individual and as an optometrist. I always get emotional at this part because I have to talk about my wife, and she is amazing. I can't even put into words, so I'm trying. All right, good, there we go. Refocus. It's like when you're on a test and you take that minute to be like, I don't know this answer. I got to just step away for a minute. So just get it. So Dr. Aaron Keim, who I wouldn't have met if we didn't come to SCO together, and I probably wouldn't be an optometrist either because she definitely helped me pass all my classes and pass boards. So thank you for that. The faculty knows that's definitely true in my case. So she's an amazing wife and mother, and I can't express it in any other way, in words for her. So thank you, SCO, for bringing us together. All right, refocus, all right. And thank you, SCO, for being a supportive institution that provides a phenomenal knowledge-based training and patient care experience for future optometrists. And I want to share now just a few words about my journey into the optometric career that started in 2017 and then a specific story that occurred in 2018. So it was about 6 in the morning on a hot July day when I woke up to the smell of the ocean. It sounds wonderful, right? And there were the chatter of people outside of the room that I was in a coastal town of Lamu, Kenya. As I looked outside my window, located above the local health clinic, I was speechless to see a line of people wrapping around the building and down the dirt road as far as I could see. I would later learn that they started lining up hours before, praying and waiting for the hopes of being seen for an eye exam that day. For many, it would be their first time ever being seen by any doctor, and in this remote island several hours from the closest city. All of these people are in need of care, and all of these people are in need of sight. As I looked into the crowd at the impact that we know and what we can do, and to give our patients and give these people as optometrists, it just flooded over me. I reflected to myself on the decisions I had made that led to that moment in time, and thought, how am I lucky enough to be an optometrist? And I realized after that life is composed of a series of decisions. And yes, some of these things happen, some things happen in our life that are out of our control, but what really matters is how we decide to react to those things, and more importantly, deciding how we're going to use these opportunities, these challenges and experiences that are before us. Sometimes we make questionable decisions, right? I'm sure we've all made those. I had a few COVID lockdown projects that I undertook that were, in hindsight, maybe weren't the best ideas. Using a YouTube instruction to build a fence probably wasn't the best, but I can say it's still standing just at a 45-degree angle, but it's still up, so it still counts, right, Aaron? So other times we make very good decisions, like everyone in this room who has decided to attend one of the top optometry schools in the country at SCO. Here, the faculty and staff have one overarching goal: to create the best optometrists who give the best eye care. Yes, your years here will be very difficult, but that is what will lead to your growth and your development to become great optometrists. And of course, making these good decisions will have an impact on your life. But what I've realized, the one thing that's more important than making good decisions is also deciding to do good. Because when you do good, not only will this impact your life, but now you are changing the lives of others. One of my favorite quotes that has been a guiding principle for my life is from Minor Myers Jr. He was the president of Illinois Wesleyan, where I attended about 10 years before then. And he said, "Go out into the world and do well, but more importantly, do good." And I think there is a really important distinction. We all have done well. That's how we got to this place that we are. Whether it was an undergrad or a current 3rd, 4th year students sweating through practicals and hopefully properly diagnosing the patients, right? But working hard and achieving is important. Doing well is important. But don't get so caught up in that goal that you lose sight of why you are here and the impact you want to have on your patients. This is going to be a choice you have to make your entire career, starting with optometry school. And one of the strongest things about SCO is they give you the opportunity to do both, well and good. As a student, I put many study hours in the library and lab, but I also was able to get involved in many other ways with the AOSA, where I learned a great deal about the importance of advocating for our profession. Being an optometry advocate and striving for the advancement of the profession is a way to do good for optometry, and through this, do good for your patients. Doing good comes in a variety of shapes and sizes, and for some of you, it will be volunteering with AOSA right now, maybe in the future with your state associations and with the AOA, or maybe joining SFOSH, or committing to other community service activities after school. For others, it will be creating a life-changing experience for the patients that you'll serve in your communities. I want you to understand it's the skills and knowledge that the skills and knowledge you have as an optometrist are a powerful thing. And with it comes a responsibility and a choice in how you'll use this power to help others. There is no one example of what doing good looks like, but I want to challenge each of you to find your way to do good in the world. Thank you very much.
Southern College of Optometry's Lifetime Achievement Award honors alumni who have shown exemplary leadership skills throughout their entire career. Recipients must have made lasting contributions both to the profession and to SCO. This award is the highest honor the college can bestow upon our alumni. Today, we honor a graduate who has distinguished herself at the national level through leadership and dedication to public health. Dr. Sharon Berger Moscow is a member of SCO's class of 1980. She has been in private practice at Roswell Eye Clinic in Georgia since her graduation. She is the owner of a successful practice that includes her husband, Dr. Billy Moscow, class of 1978, son, Dr. Scott Moscow, class of 2013, and daughter, Dr. Michelle Moscow, class of 2017. Dr. Berger Moscow is a member of the American Optometric Association, the Georgia Optometric Association, the Neuro-Optometric Rehabilitation Association, the Optometric Extension Program, and the Colleges of Optometrists in Vision Development, or COVD. Dr. Berger Moscow received her fellowship in COVD in 1983. She has served as the first chairperson for Infant and Children's Vision Committee of Georgia and as a state director for COVD. Dr. Berger Moscow also served as a trustee of the Georgia Optometric Association, as well as on the advisory boards for local schools in Roswell, Georgia. Dr. Berger Moscow has actively spoken about vision therapy to parents, teachers, counselors, occupational therapists, physical therapists, speech pathologists, support groups, and rehab centers. She has published and appeared in newspaper and TV stories about the importance of vision therapy for patients. In her spare time, Dr. Berger volunteers with the Special Olympics, Lions Club, Vision USA, Infant Sea, and Lighthouse for the Blind. On a more personal note, I was fortunate to be able to really get to know Sharon during her 8 years of distinguished service on the SCO Board of Trustees. She continues to be one of SCO's strongest advocates and was a great help to me during my early years as a new president. I am now honored to be able to call Dr. Sharon Berger Moscow my friend. In recognition of her distinguished service and leadership to optometry, to her state of Georgia, and her alma mater, it is my privilege to award the 2022 Lifetime Achievement Award to Dr. Sharon Berger Moscow. I'm choking here.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for this prestigious award, especially as we're celebrating Southern College of Optometry's 90th year. Where was optometry 90 years ago? And where will optometry be in the future? It was only through the legislative efforts that the very first Doctor of Optometry degree was even awarded, and that was in Pennsylvania in 1923. Optometry today is still a legislative profession. And where will optometry go in the future? Today, as I stand before you, I see all you students as the future of optometry. Looking back, as I sat in your seats and walked the halls of SCO 45 years ago, Southern College of Optometry looked a lot different than it does today. Our classrooms were on the second floor of the tower, which was a brand new building when I arrived in the 70s. Our clinic was in the basement of the tower. But today, thanks to the many donors and alumni of SCO who made progress possible, you have that beautiful new classrooms and the wonderful state-of-the-art clinic in its own building. But optometry also looks a lot different than it does today. I hope that you all have the opportunity to see what optometry looks like 45 years from now. I'm going to take you back down memory lane, back to the mid-70s before you were probably born. Bell-bottom jeans, tie-dye shirts, disco, and optometry in the 1970s. Optometrists in Georgia could not dilate your eyes. We couldn't use any eye drops. Luckily, the optometrists in my state worked very hard with their legislators, and they brought them actually to SCO, and they showed them our clinic, and they educated them on our education. So by the time I graduated in 1980, I was able to use dilation drops. Prescribing antibiotic drops came later. We had a 100-hour course put on by the University of Houston College of Optometry, but we had restrictions. We could only use the eye drops if they were specifically listed on a formulary. Eventually, years later, the formulary was dropped, and now we could prescribe any drop related to the eye and the surrounding tissue, and eventually oral antibiotics. We currently have expanded the scope of practice to include injections in Georgia, and, as required by law, a completion of an injection course put on by SCO is needed to provide this expanded practice. There are just about 11 states, California being the latest, that have expanded the scope of practice to include laser procedures. So that's a brief summary of optometry in the last 45 years. What will the next 45 years look like for you? What new procedures, what technology will there be in your lifetime? Many, I'm sure, we have not even imagined yet. And how will you be able to use your current and continued education to practice optometry to the fullest? Legislation. Legislation controls optometry and what you can do legally. You are all the keys to optometry's future. On a grassroots level, you need to know your local legislators. The friendships will be priceless when bills come up, bills both pro and con optometry. And when you know your representatives and senators personally, you can educate them on those advantages and disadvantages of the legislation they're about to vote on. How will it affect the citizens and your profession? But get to know them before you need to contact them. By supporting the American Optometric Association and your state association, there will be great strength in our collective voices. For if it not for the advocacy of the optometrists that came before me, optometry would not have moved in a medical model of practice. And for the continued vigilance of my optometry peers, optometry has continued to flourish. Everyone is a piece of that success. I urge you to think about these successes that have been made before you and be a part of the success of the future, your future and the future of those that will come after you. For example, in Georgia, the year was 2001. we were going legislatively for the expansion of scope of practice to prescribe oral antibiotics. It did not pass by one vote. Could that one phone call to a legislator that was not made, could that have made the difference? One of my favorite stories of making a difference is the one of the little boy walking along the beach, picking up the starfish on the shore and throwing them back into the sea. A man watching him said, "What are you doing?" And the little boy replied he was throwing the starfish back into the sea so they would not die. The man replied, "There are thousands of starfish on this beach. I don't think you're going to make much of a difference." The boy bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it as far as he could into the ocean and said, "I made a difference to that one." So I think of a few small things over the years that hopefully have made a difference. As a student in 1978, SVOSH, Student Volunteer Optometric Services to Humanity, I was on a trip to Haiti. There were long lines of people every day waiting to have their eyes examined and to get glasses. And we were deep in the countryside. There were no paved roads to get there, no running water or electricity in most of the town. A young boy, maybe 12, 14 years old, came through for his eye exam and glasses. And while with him, I noticed he had a Pittsburgh Pirates patch on his clothing. And I started pointing to it like, how did this patch get in the middle of this country, in the middle of nowhere? Later that afternoon, the boy returned, and he offered to give me his patch as a thank you. I believe I made a difference to that one. In Georgia, we had a wonderful opportunity to examine the students of Ringgold Elementary School. We had 4 exam lanes set up at the school for a full week, where about 400 students had eye exams and glasses when needed, supplied at no charge. So many Georgia optometrists and their staff members volunteered to be there. And on one of the days, one of the assistants asked me to help with visual acuity. She said the boy said he could not read. I discovered if I walked him closer to the chart that he could read. He just couldn't see. I believe we made a difference to that one that day. I have on occasion donated my time to the Georgia Lions Lighthouse for the blind. The patients are usually lined up waiting to be seen. And about midway through, I finished with a very nice middle-aged woman, and she said, "Thank you for being here." Of course, I just took it very lightly and said, "Oh, sure, no problem." But she stopped me, and she looked at me and repeated very slowly, "No, really, thank you for being here." I believe I made a difference to that one. 45 years will go by very quickly. In my home, I have a piece of artwork with this quote by William Penn. "I expect to pass through life but once. If therefore there be any kindness I can show, or any good thing I can do to any fellow being, let me do it now, for I shall not pass this way again." There will always be opportunities to help the needy in your community, to keep your profession strong, to mentor that optometry student of tomorrow. Over the years, I was blessed to serve in so many areas, on the board of SCO in Georgia, to the years as state director, where we put speakers into the optometry school on vision therapy. As the first chairperson of infancy, trying to get those doctors to sign up to be part of this new program, and co-chairing the Georgia PAC committee to keep our legislative efforts strong, and educating other professionals on how optometry interdisciplinary role it plays. Mentoring the high school talented and gifted program students who were interested in becoming optometrists in my office. But there's so many other positions where I just identified myself as a worker bee. At a job or a project or a mission to accomplish, I would do it. But I found all these areas so rewarding. And I'm so grateful for these many small opportunities of more than 40 years that have added up to hopefully making a difference in optometry and my community. As I humbly accept this award, I ask you all, look into your future. You take those opportunities that are given to you to make a difference. We all shall not pass this way again. And I thank you very much for this award. I really appreciate it, for the recognition. Thank you.
As Vice President for Student Services, I am pleased to report that SCO's student body currently stands at 532. All 4 of our classes represent academic excellence, from GPA and optometry admission test scores to performance that exceeds nationwide averages on their national board examinations. It's hard to believe that it's been just 3 short years since the students in the class of 2023 first came to campus. Now they're all 4th-year students completing clinic assignments in our SCO clinics, as well as externships across the nation. Each class continues to benefit from the forward-thinking measures SCO has taken to provide the best optometric education. They're learning firsthand the significant impact that they can make in the lives of the patients and their communities. Today, we also formally welcome the class of 2026 into the SCO community. They're an accomplished group with a diverse body of experiences. They represent individuals from 37 states and Canada. These students were selected from a group of 806 applicants. As a class, they have an average undergraduate grade point average of 3.69 and an impressive average OAT score of 335. Boy, y'all are smart. They're all academically prepared to begin their optometric journey. Just a few short weeks ago, they received their white coats and affirmed their acceptance of the SCO Honor Code during a ceremony held on campus, which was witnessed by many family members and friends in attendance. They assemble here today as our newest members of the SCO community and student body. Our city and our medical district communities are proud to welcome them. To all of our students, we acknowledge and celebrate your choice of lifelong career of caring for others and your dedication to a demanding but educational and fulfilling course of preparation. Congratulations on your hard work and dedication, and know that we all join in celebrating your success.
I could honestly say I'm a strong advocate for efficient ceremonies. And with the room as packed as it is, I think you appreciate it as well. Let me express my gratitude to all in attendance today. I especially like to extend my congratulations to each of our award winners. For the first time since the pandemic began in 2020, we've been able to gather together to celebrate this great institution. It's been great seeing so many students, employees, alumni, and friends gathered here today. Thank you. Thanks to all of you for sharing in this special celebration and in the continuing history of the 90 years of success of Southern College of Optometry. This does represent the end of the program this morning, and I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for being here.